Marley and Rins, thank you for the beautiful music. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Fresalone and Dr. Walton, who worked with all of our musicians that will be playing this morning. So thank you. Welcome, family and friends. We are thrilled that you are here this morning to help us celebrate these 8th grade students. Students, today is indeed a celebration. We are taking time to spotlight each of you. Your teachers have prepared quotes to share with you, and some of you will be receiving awards to honor your scholarship, your character, your innovation, and leadership. We also have a special award that's called the Tankersley Gregorian Award, named for our founder, Basie Tankersley. This award recognizes students that exemplify all parts of our school mission. So students, please sit back and relax and enjoy the next 90 minutes. It really is all about you. I know that I speak for all the faculty when I say we are so proud of each of you, and we wish you the very best in your next adventure. And now I'd like to introduce James Butler.
Kayla Rollins. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
James, Ms. Babbitt couldn't be here today, but she wanted to speak about you and she chose this quote for you. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish small tasks as if they were great and noble. Helen Keller. James is also the recipient of our Tankersley Gregorian Award. James, you have been selected as a recipient of the Gregory School Tankersley Gregorian Award for this school year. During your time here at the Gregory School, you have demonstrated great strength in each of the areas in our school mission. Your good character is built on personal integrity, compassion, and respect. Your work illustrates intellectual, physical, emotional, social, artistic, and ethical academic strength. You have demonstrated great civic responsibility within our community, showing skills in facilitating teamwork and collaboration to positively influence the action of others. As an innovator, you have developed the creativity, ingenuity, inventiveness, and originality of thought to tackle and resolve the challenges facing our world. Thank you, James, for being a great role model to others in our community. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Sydney. Sydney, Ms. Babbitt also wanted to speak about you, but she couldn't be here today, so she asked me to read the quote that she selected for you. A bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of the branch breaking because her trust is not on the branch, but on her own wings. Always believe in yourself.
Connor, when you get to the end of the rope, tie a knot and hang on. Mark Johnsky, never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than the one with the facts. Albert Einstein.
I'm speaking today for Adriana. Adriana, I hope you will have a wonderful year, that you'll dream dangerously and outrageously, that you'll make something that didn't exist before you made it, that you will be loved and that you will be liked, and that you will have people to love and to like in return. And most importantly, because I think there should be more kindness and more wisdom in the world right now, that you will, when you need to be wise, and that you will always be kind. Neil Gaiman. Malika. Malika this year has discovered the joys of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so today's quote comes from Douglas Adams. The knack of flying is learning how to throw yourself at the ground and miss. Also from Douglas Adams, don't panic. Don't panic, Malika is also receiving the Scholarship Award. Malika, you have been selected as a recipient of the Gregory School Scholarship Award for the 2018-19 school year. During your time at Gregory School, you have demonstrated a strong ability in your academics, intellectually, physically, emotionally, socially, artistically, particularly that one, and ethically. Your work illustrates how you value the rigors and joys of learning. You have developed skills in intellectual curiosity, critical and creative thinking, and effective communication. Thank you, Malika, for being a great role model to others in our community. And we wish you the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, the Gregory School.
Morgan Spencer. Morgan, be still when you have nothing to say. When genuine passion moves you, say what you've got to say and say it hot. And from Mary Oliver, my favorite poet, tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Tara Williams. Tara, peace is the beauty of life. It is sunshine, it is the smile of a child, the love of a mother, the joy of a father, the togetherness of a family. It is the advancement of man, the victory of a just cause, the triumph of truth. Menachem Begin. And is you. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Bebe.
Now I would like to introduce Emma Eastburn and Charlie Stimple Gutierrez.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but tonight you look so pretty. Yes, you do. Time's quick and shine as bright as I swear it's true. Hey there, Delilah, don't you worry about the distance. I'm right there. If you could only give this song another listen. take goes. Listen to my voice, it's not disguised. I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 Even Delilah, I know times are getting hard, but just believe me, girl, someday I'll pay the bills with this guitar. We'll have it good. We'll have the life from you would. My word is good. Even Delilah, I've got so much left to say. If every simple song I wrote to you would take your breath away, I'd write it all. Even more in love with me, you'd fall. We'd have it all. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they've got planes and trains and cars. I'd walk to you if I had no other way. Friends would all make fun of us, and we'll just laugh along because we know that none of them have felt this way. Delilah, I can promise you that by the time that we get through, the world will never ever be the same, and you're to blame. of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, I'm getting older too. Well, I'm getting older too. So take this love and take it down. Yeah, if you climb a mountain, then you turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide brought me down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe the landslide will bring you.
Now I'd like to introduce our speaker for this morning, Malika Sunder.
Hello. To those of you who don't know me, like Ms. Patton said, my name is Malika Sundar. When I first came to this school in the 7th grade, I just come back from spending a year in India. I had no idea what middle school would be like here, so I turned to the media for an answer. After 3 hours in front of the TV, I concluded that all kids in middle school are divided up into 3 groups: the jocks, the nerds, and the popular kids. I had also decided that middle school was a dog-eat-dog world where you needed to be tough or you would be knocked down on the social totem pole. By the time the first day of school rolled around, I was prepared, armed with a strong mentality and witty comeback lines if I happened to meet a bully. But after spending just a day at this school, I found out that I'd been tricked by all of those middle school movies that I'd watched. There were no strict groups of nerds, popular kids, or jocks. Instead, every friend group was a mixture of kids with a wide range of interests, from rap music to animals to painting. I realized that there was no such thing as a jock or a nerd or a popular kid at this school. There's also no such thing as a dog-eat-dog middle school here. That's the beautiful thing about us. We will never fit into a narrowly defined box because we are never just one thing. Instead, we are a combination of many beautiful ideas and opinions that makes us who we are. Along the way, I've made many amazing friends and learned from passionate teachers, and made memories that I will still remember when I'm 60 years old. I realize that, however, not all middle schools are like this, and I'm thankful to say that I've had a great middle school experience. But it is all thanks to the Gregory School, really. And after these 2 years of going here, I now know how to use the quadratic formula and how World War I started. But I've also learned that people do not fit into stereotypes, and that's the most important thing. I am honored to come from an amazing and diverse group of 8th grade students who, together with me, will undertake this new challenge by the name of high school, keeping this lesson in mind. An amazing year.
And now I'd like to introduce Francesca Peroni.
the privilege and honor of speaking for this extraordinary young lady. It's difficult to explain to someone who's never competed, but a moment arises in the life of a serious athlete when the game begins to live in you. It so occupies your mind and body that you become it. You gain a sense of such command over your arms and legs that it can almost feel like flying. And you begin to crave that sensation daily. Everything else is just an interruption until you return to it at summit. And if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Steph Curry.
I'd like to ask Anna Goetz to come out, please. You may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world's problems at once, but don't ever underestimate the importance you can have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own. Do the one thing you think you cannot do, fail at it, try again, do better the second time. The only people who never tumble are those who never mount the high wire. This is your moment, own it. By Oprah Winfrey. Emma Vincent. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. By Winston Churchill.
This is Bryson Lockerbie. Any challenge, he would run to meet it. His skin smelled of labor and the sea. He knew 10 years of stories. Madeline Miller. Bryson Lockerbie is also the recipient of the Gregory School Character Award. Bryson, you've been selected as the recipient of the Gregory School Middle School Character Award for the 2018-19 school year. During your time at the Gregory School, you have demonstrated good character built on personal integrity, compassion, and respect. You've helped our community build dignity and self-worth through your support and caring for all of our students, faculty, administrators, and staff. Thank you, Bryson, for being a great role model to others in our community. We wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. Robert McMahon. Got an all-new name today. It's awesome. It was one of my favorite things about him, how he admired the world like a jewel, turning its facets to catch the light. A well-made boat, a well-grown tree, a well-told story. These were all pleasures to Odysseus. One more Odysseus quote as I mine Circe for all my quotes this year. Miles couldn't be here today, but Miles Westmoreland. Achilles made life for others a misery. He regretted his proud life and he wished he had lived more quietly and happily. Miles does a great job living quietly and happily, and I enjoy that about Miles.
I can live alone, as self-respect and circumstances require me so to do. I need not sell my soul to buy bliss. I have an inward treasure born with me, which can keep me alive if all extraneous delights should be withheld or offered only at a price I cannot afford to give. That's from Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. You have been selected as a recipient of the Gregory School Scholarship Award for 2018-19. During your time at the Gregory School, you've demonstrated a strong ability in your academics, intellectually, physically, emotionally, socially, artistically, and ethically. Your work illustrates how you value the rigors and joys of learning. You have developed skills in intellectual curiosity, critical and creative thinking, and effective communication. Thank you, Catherine, for being a great role model to others in our community, and we wish you the best in your future endeavours. Of course I gotta go. This is from Tupac. Remember one thing, through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it. Wesley Smith. Wesley, this is by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics in physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. And Wesley, you have been selected as a recipient of the Gregory School Middle School Character Award. During your time at the Gregory School, you've demonstrated good character built on personal integrity, compassion, and respect. You have helped our community build dignity and self-worth through your support and caring of all our students, faculty, administrators, and staff. Thank you, Wesley, for being a great role model to others in our community. We wish you the best in your future endeavors.
And now I'd like to introduce Friends Urena.
Dylan Pace. In the confrontation between the stream and the rock, the stream always wins. Not through strength, but through perseverance. H. Jackson Brown. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. If you put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be like water, my friend. Dylan is also receiving the Innovation Award. Dylan, you have been selected as the recipient of the Gregory School Middle School Innovation Award for the 2018-2019 school year. During your time at the Gregory School, you have demonstrated a mindset of innovation founded upon open-minded inquiry, divergent thinking, and purposeful action. As an innovator, you have developed the creativity, ingenuity, inventiveness, and originality of thought to tackle and resolve the challenges facing our world. Thank you, Dylan, for being a great role model to others in our community. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, the Gregory School Administration, faculty, and staff. Charles Stemple Gutierrez. Believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you imagine. Roy T. Bennett.
Titus Palmer Jr. Be humble, be hungry, and always be the hardest working person in the room. Dwayne Johnson. And work so hard, one day your signature will be called an autograph.
I'm speaking on behalf of Alexandra Dill. I have a quote from you, for you, from, I believe it was from a Apple commercial or advertisement. This one is dear to my heart. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Trevor Meeks. Hi, Trevor. Trevor, it's been a wonderful pleasure to teach you, and I have two quotes for you today. The first one, by Neil Gaiman. The one thing that you have that nobody else has is you, your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can. And the second quote, because you just simply deserve two quotes. Be daring. Be different. Be impractical. Be anything that will assert integrity of purpose and imagination. Somehow I need a little support, so I like to hold on. But Catherine, it's been a pleasure to teach you, and I have two quotes from you. The first one by Dame Edith Stilwell. I am not eccentric. It's just that I am more alive than most people. And the second one is by Dwayne Michaels. Trust that little voice in your head that says, wouldn't it be interesting if,
and then do it.
Andrew Crooks. Andrew, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Marcus Aurelius. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Benjamin Franklin.
Harris Moore. Langston Hughes wrote, "She in the dark found light, brighter than many ever see. She within herself found loveliness through the soul's own mastery. And now the world receives from her dower the message of the strength of inner power." And above all, watch glittering eyes the whole world around you. Because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Roald Dahl. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I only have to follow my heart and concentrate on what I want to say to the world. I run my world.
I'm speaking for Ellery Conroy. I used to think I was the strangest person in the world, but then I thought, there are so many people in the world. There must be someone just like me who feels bizarre and flawed in the same way as I do. I would imagine her and imagine that she must be out there thinking of me too. Well, I hope that if you are out there and read this and know that, yes, it's true, I'm here and I'm just as strange as you. Ellery is also the recipient of the Scholarship Award. Ellery, you have been selected as a recipient of the Gregory School Scholarship Award for the 2018-19 school year. During your time at the Gregory School, you have demonstrated a strong ability in your academics, intellectually, emotionally, physically, socially, artistically, and ethically. Your work demonstrates how you value the rigors and joys of learning. You have developed skills in intellectual curiosity, critical and creative thinking, and in effective communication. Thank you, Ellery, for being a great role model to others in the community, and we wish you the best in your future endeavors. Mason Davis. Pass on what you have learned. Strength, mastery, but weakness, folly, failure also. Yes, failure, most of all, the greatest teacher. Failure is. Mason, we are what they grow beyond. That is the true burden of all masters.
Now I'd like to introduce Catherine G.
Emma, I love those songs you sang. Thank you for that. This is a quote by Emily Dickinson. I need my glasses. Wonder is not precisely knowing, and not precisely knowing not. A beautiful but bleak condition. She has not lived who has not felt. Joshua Rothrock. It's a long one. This is by D.H. Lawrence. Not I, but the wind that blows through me. A fine wind is blowing the direction of time. If only I let it bear me, carry me. If only it carry me. If only I am sensitive, subtle, oh, delicate, a winged gift. If only, most lovely of all, I yield myself and am borrowed by the fine, fine wind that takes its course through the chaos of the world like a fine and exquisite chisel, a wedge blade inserted. If only I am keen and hard like the sheer tip of a wedge driven by invisible blows. The rock will split, we shall come at the wonder, we shall find the Hesperides.
Rodrigo, I have two quotes for you. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future merely by changing his attitude. And second, three things in human life are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. The third is to be kind. You are capable of more than you know. Choose a goal that seems right for you and strive to be the best, however hard the path. Aim high, behave honorably, prepare to be alone at times and to endure failure. Persist. The world needs all you can give.
chance for you to draw in a breath, kick off your shoes, and dance. Know what sparks the light in you, then you can use that light to illuminate the world. You cannot let other people define your life for you. You are the author of your own life. And to end it, and this is really from my heart, Winnie the Pooh. Promise me you'll always remember you're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Love has nothing to do with what you are expecting to get, only what you are expecting to give, which is everything. What you will receive in return varies, but it really has no connection with what you give. You give because you love and cannot help giving. Katharine Hepburn. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. And last, from the sage master, Albus Dumbledore. One can never have enough socks. Greta, you have been awarded the Innovation Award. Greta, you have been selected as the recipient of the Gregory School Middle School Innovation Award for the 2018-19 school year. During your time at the Gregory School, you have demonstrated a mindset of innovation founded upon open-minded inquiry, divergent thinking, and purposeful action. As an innovator, you have developed the creativity, ingenuity, inventiveness, and originality of thought to tackle and resolve the challenges facing our world. Thank you, Greta, for being a great role model to others in our community. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, the Gregory School Administration, faculty, and staff. Cadence. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Dr. Seuss. And this is a series of quotes. There are all kinds of courage, said Dumbledore, smiling. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. Where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. And last, but not least, don't count your owls before they are delivered. It is my pleasure to give you this. You have been selected as a recipient of the Gregory School Middle School Leadership Award for the 2018-19 school year. During your time at the Gregory School, you have demonstrated great civic responsibility within our community. You have been skillful in facilitating teamwork and collaboration to positively influence the action of others. Thank you, Cadence, for being a great role model to others in our community. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, the Gregory School Administration, faculty, and staff. This is from Oprah. What I know for sure is that every day brings a chance for you to draw on your breath, kick off your shoes, and step out and dance, to live free of regret and filled with as much joy, fun, and laughter as you can stand. You can either waltz boldly onto the stage of life and live the way you know your spirit is nudging you to, or you can sit quietly by the way, receding to the shadows of fear and self-doubt. This one I want you to take to heart. This is Beyonce. Power is not given to you. You have to take it. Congratulations.
lock up your libraries if you like, but there is no gate, no lock, no bolt that you can set upon the freedom of my mind. Virginia Woolf. Also, a little practical advice. When they go low, we go high. Michelle Obama. Sophia Lee, you have been selected as a recipient of the Gregory School Tankersley Gregorian Award for the 2018-2019 school year. During your time here at the Gregory School, you've demonstrated strength in each of the areas in our school mission. Your good character is built on personal integrity, compassion, and respect. Your work illustrates intellectual, physical, emotional, social, artistic, and ethical academic strength. You've demonstrated great civic responsibility within our community, showing skills in facilitating teamwork and collaboration to positively influence the actions of others. As an innovator, you've developed the creativity, ingenuity, inventiveness, and originality of thought to tackle and resolve the challenges facing our world. Thank you, Sophia, for being a great role model to others in our community. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, the Gregory School Administration, faculty, and staff. Sarah Newton. No need to hurry, no need to sparkle, no need to be anyone but oneself. Virginia Woolf. And from the wise Glinda the Good Witch in The Wizard of Oz, you had the power all along, my dear.
Anna Huber, when you dance, your purpose is not to get to a certain place on the floor, is to enjoy each step along the way. Renz Urino, believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. It's true that charisma can make a person stand out for a moment, but character sets a person apart for a lifetime. Renz is also a recipient of the Tankersley Gregorian Award. Renz, you have been selected as a recipient of the Gregorian School Tankersley Gregorian Award for the 2018-2019 school year. During your time here at the Gregory School, you have demonstrated strength in each of the areas in our school mission. Your good character is built on personal integrity, compassion, and respect. Your work illustrates intellectual, physical, emotional, social, artistic, and ethical academic strength. You have demonstrated great civic responsibility within our community, showing skills in facilitating teamwork and collaboration to positively influence the actions of others. As an innovator, you have developed the creativity, ingenuity, inventiveness, and originality of thought to tackle and resolve the challenges facing our world. Thank you, Renz, for being a great role model to others in our community. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, the Gregory School.
Believe that as long as you want to do it and your heart is willing to put forth the effort, anything is possible. Know that you can, believe that you can, follow your heart and do it. Tia Hanif. Two quotes for the last one on the stage. Thor, ride as much or as little, as long or as short as you feel, but ride. Eddie Merckx. To me, it doesn't matter whether it's raining or the sun is shining or whatever. As long as I'm riding a bike, I know I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
thanks to Ms. Ashley Hazen and the middle school yearbook staff for that incredible video. Now to close out the celebration, I'd like to introduce our head of school, Dr. Julie Sherrill.
Thank you, Ms. Patton. You know, it's hard to pat or follow adorable baby pictures, but I'm going to try to do just that. And I'm going to move Mrs. Reynolds' little stool here, because I don't need that. First and foremost, I am here this morning to wrap up with expressions of thanks and gratitude. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, many of whom are in the audience this morning witnessing this special celebration of our 8th grade, we first want to extend our thanks and appreciation to all of the family members who are in the audience and who have invested in their child's education at the Gregory School. We are not only grateful that you chose the Gregory School as their learning experience for the past several years, but we're very grateful for the countless hours of volunteer efforts that you have provided, the grade level activities, the beautiful staff appreciation events that you host every year for all of us. So on behalf, again, of the Board of Trustees, the faculty and staff, families, we really extend our deep thanks and appreciation to all of you. And 8th graders, what I'd like to do now is to ask you to please acknowledge when I ask the faculty to please stand and turn towards you. Would you please thank them with a round of applause for their able guidance for these past few middle school years? Faculty, would you please stand so we can acknowledge you? For her able leadership in all things middle school, Miss Lori Patton. Eighth graders, we are clearly very proud of you. And I want to thank you as well, especially those of you who had the courage to step up and volunteer to either perform this morning or to speak. The musical talent took my breath away this morning. Thank you for those beautiful contributions. And Malika, I have to say, you provided the faculty and staff with a beautiful gift this morning. And I'll get teary about this because there is nothing more meaningful than the affirmation through the words of a student that we have created the kind of climate and culture here that the faculty and I very much intend to create for our students. So thank you very much for those words. And so this is a time of celebration, but it can also be a little bit melancholy because we know we are saying goodbye to some members of our 8th grade class. What we hope is that we have provided you with the strongest of foundations, both academically as well as with your character and leadership opportunities that you've experienced here at the Gregory School. And we know that you're going to go on and do great things, and we greatly respect the choices and the decisions that families have to make in that regard for high school. We are also very excited that we are holding on to a significant number of this class, and they will be forming the class of 2023. That's hard to imagine next year, with many other students who are going to be joining our freshman class. And somewhat like a proud mom, I do have to take just a moment and say to you, please dream big over the summer. Think about the kinds of passions and curiosities and interests that you have, because our intent here at the Gregory School, and I really am speaking to our 8th graders who will be joining our freshman class next year, our intent is to do all that we can for you to experiment, explore, create, and there is no limit to that imagination. I had the good fortune of being at a commencement celebration for one of our students over the weekend, and we had several TGS alumni at this celebration. One of the alumni came up to me and said, well, Dr. Cheryl, I am proud to say I have my second patent lined up. And so I said to him, I'm so excited for you. And he said, yes. He said, you know, it never would have happened if it weren't for all those hours in the fabrication lab and my amazing senior internship that I had with Dr. Schleppian down at the University of Arizona. So to think that a student went through the Gregory School and by the end of his first year in college has almost 2 patents to his name is something, of course, that I think we can all be proud. Also in this past year, we've had one student, and I know we have another in line, who through the collaboration and work efforts of our music faculty, had the good fortune of working with the Tucson Symphony in a composing project, worked with the symphony on an original composition, and even had the good fortune of being able to work with Yo-Yo Ma. We also have students that were published professionally in journals this year with their photography work because they served in significant internships with Amy Haskell, one of our photography teachers. I could go on, but whether it's the theater, the visual and performing arts, the science, the fabrication lab, the classics, mathematics, the chemistry lab, think about what your passions are and join us in August with those dreams in your head so that you can communicate those to your advisor. We are excited and ready to go. So with that, faculty, staff, families, Board of Trustees, thank you for another exceptional year at the Gregory School. We wish you nothing but a restful and relaxing summer. And with that, we invite you to join us for some reception, refreshments out in the courtyard, and of course, those photo opportunities. Thank you for being here today.